It's your favorite Kazuya made. The buff
If that
guy.
was good.
You only need 5 moves, top, in order to pilot Kazuya. But he's still the hardest character to pilot, man. The most honest character. No 50-50s. What's good, everybody? Cats Productions here. So I did a first to 5 earlier with a viewer. And even though, so it was a Tekken King, they were a Tekken King. First 5 matches was against Reina. It was a Reina mirror match. I only won 1 time in the first to 5. And then we did another first to 5, and then he
Habibi.
picked Geihachi. I won 2 rounds on him. And so this is a Tekken King, so this is predictable, right? I would be a little bit confused if I won 5 times in a row against a Tekken King. It was a
Okay, so if Tekken King is high to him and he's like, I could never win against a Tekken King, that means he is probably Raijin.
good match. It was fun. A little bit of cheese on the Geihachi though, dude. Spamming the little jumping launch hop kick. He's got that little floaty hop kick. It's so cheap, dude. It's so cheap. It was still good fun though. And that opened my mind to something, is that even though I hate the character, I'm still having fun playing against them. So the issue with the FGC is not in these particular characters, not the glazing, or hold on. It's not the particular characters, but it is the glazing.
The glazing.
Of the characters. The brain rot, the brain deadness of the FGC. I saw somebody commented, they said that every time they put brain dead in the comments, their comment would get instantly deleted. Just so you know, I don't delete 99% of comments. I'll only delete a comment if it's offensive or if they're gaslighting me or being just straight up rude. So I don't delete the comments. That's just the algorithm, dude. YouTube is so weird. The landscape of the internet is so weird ever since 2020. But moving on, there's a problem with the FGC where they can't take any criticisms. And one of the big ones, I already mentioned Kazuya, the Kazuya elitists.
Okay, he has a big problem with Kazuya, yeah?
The Mishima complex fools.
Yo, Beast,
Not
thank you for the
YouTube
raid,
Mishima
man.
complex. I'm talking these people that glaze Mishimas, acting like, oh, it takes so much skill to learn 5 moves. Brian, oh, you need to know how to do counter hits. They act like they're some scientific wizards. Bro, you're just pressing buttons, trying to mess up my timing. It's not that deep, bro.
Okay, so fair enough. So he doesn't like it when people say that their characters require any effort, and basically he says that it's not that deep. Okay, fair enough.
As opposed to Reina, we need to use all 100 plus moves. We need to mix it up. We need to deal with people sidestepping our forward too.
As opposed to Reina? Wait a minute. So he says that Mishima elitists and Kazuya players say their character requires effort, and that's horse shit, and Brian players don't need timing for counter hitting and they just mash their buttons, but Reina is different?
Bro, you're just pressing buttons, trying to mess up my timing. It's not that deep, bro. As opposed to Reina, we need to use all 100 plus moves. We need to mix it up. We need to deal with people sidestepping our forward too. We need to deal with people ducking our unbreakable throws. We need to deal with people just ducking every time I do a sentai, so I gotta mix it up. Reina is a mix-up character, so a lot of her game plan is 50-50, but she is so predictable, unlike Kazuya, man, that you have to actually put in skill. You have to put
Is he serious?
in work. You have to be in the temple, in the dojo, in the lab. You have to put in hundreds of thousands of hours just to get good with Reina, and that's why I picked her. She's the most difficult character to pilot, the most honest character. Any Reina main, any Reina player, I wholeheartedly respect them. But then you have these people that they play Steve. There's a problem with these Steve glazes. Over here, no more playing around, don't miss me winning. Most cringe character. And I was watching this one Tekken rant. It got recommended to me.
Okay, Kazuya doesn't require skill, Steve doesn't require skill, and when we say they do, that is glazing and gaslighting. But when you say Reina is the most difficult and requires skill, and you need to be thousands of hours in the dojo.
It was from a couple months ago. Bro was attacking Clive, which I agree with. But then he goes over to Steve. So he's going through all the characters. He goes over to Steve. He's like, this guy, the most honest character. There's nothing wrong with this character. Man, he's so perfectly balanced. I was like, bro, is this satirical? Are you satire? You sound like every other Tekken 8 fanboy on Reddit. You can't come up with your own opinion. And then
You sound like any other Tekken fanboy on Reddit.
I saw.
Yo, is this guy Israeling me here? Why is every accusation a confession? What's going on?
Later on in the video, he was actually streaming, and before he would hover over the character and then look at the chat. This dude would look at the chat for like 5-10 seconds. He would look at the chat before he commented on the character. I'm like, this is the problem. All these FGC content creators are totally locked. They're imprisoned by their own community, by the fan base that they've built up.
Ain't no one fucking imprisoning me here in the chat. What the fuck are you on about?
They listen to these people in the comment section that say, oh, Steve's the most honest character, nothing wrong with Heihachi, nothing wrong with Clive. Well, most people know. I mean, you would have to be totally psychosis out of your mind to not see a problem with Clive. I mean, you can play the character. I don't mind. But you have to admit, he's a little bit cheap. Forward 1+2. Cheap, dude. Cheap character, brain dead character. You thought Yoshimitsu was bad? No, dude. Anytime you watch a Clive match, just look at a Clive replay and turn on the button input so you can see what the opponent is doing, what the player is doing. 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 1+2 1+2 1+2 for all the combos, just mashing 2, mashing 1, mashing 1+2. It's like, dude, but where's the fun in that? With Reina, I feel like I'm piloting a drone or something. I'm using all my fingers, changing grip positions, dude. Claw grip, hook grip, using all 10 fingers in order to do these button inputs. And then all of that, you also have to factor in timing. You have to factor in counter hits, blocking. Reina is, man, a 1,000 IQ character. Most difficult character to pilot. Way more difficult than Kazuya. Man, I got a comment. Why do you say Reina's more difficult when they both have the electric wing godfish? Reina's just a more easy version of Kazuya, man. Okay. Alright, dude. Like I said in the previous video, you nerds love data. So the fact that Reina has the highest loss rate should prove to you that she's the most difficult character to pilot. And people were...
No, that is your deduction of information because your IQ seems to be in the 2-digit realm, and now I will explain to you because I have 3 digits. The reason why Reina and Jin also has a very high win-loss ratio in more losses than wins across the board is because a lot of beginners tend to play Reina or Jin, and that's why the character has a high loss ratio. That doesn't mean the character is bad or hard. You wouldn't say that about Jin either. What is this like? Do you have no fucking I don't even know, man, like what to call this. You are really just dumb.
We're trying to refute that in my comments. They were like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. What? How does that not mean anything?
I already explained it and I will upload it to YouTube. Here, Reina, high loss ratio, because a lot of beginner players pick the character, and that's it.
It's blindfold syndrome. I give you the evidence, I give you the data, and then you put a blindfold on. You don't want to hear it, you don't want to listen. It's psychosis, dude. You don't want to see it. You're being blind to it on purpose. And I encounter that day to day, not just with the FGC. It's just modern culture, modern society in general. People don't want to hear the truth. They're not ready for it. They can't handle it. You can't handle the truth. What did Morpheus say? Yeah, we're talking about Morpheus now from The Matrix. These people aren't ready to be woken up. They're part of the system, and that makes them our enemy. I feel like the FGC, even though I'm within this community, The community doesn't want me. They're my enemy. They're ready to lynch me. They're ready to kill me over my opinion on Steve. They're glazing this character. They're so gay for this character, so gay for Jin, that they can't hear any criticisms. And this dude, he was saying, oh, Jin, how can you say Jin's never gonna get nerfed? Of course he's gonna get it. Bro, the game has been out for a year. He hasn't been nerfed. What are you saying? What are you saying, dude? They're never gonna nerf Jin because he's the poster boy. Same thing with Kazuya. They're never gonna nerf Kazuya. They're just gonna keep on buffing him. They released the game because Bandai Namco is brain dead. Bandai Namco is brain dead. And they messed up Kazuya on the release. So they buffed him. Now they're never gonna nerf him. If anything, they're gonna buff him again because all these Kazuya people say, oh, he's so difficult to play, man. The hardest combos in the game. Electric Wind Godfist. Bro, Reina has an Electric Wind Godfist too. And Reina's is more difficult. More difficult than Heihachi's. More difficult.
What? No, he's joking, right? How is your electric harder than mine?
Combos in the game. Electric Wind Godfist. Bro,
he's
Reina
joking,
has an
right?
Electric Wind Godfist too. And Reina's is more difficult. More difficult than Heihachi's. More difficult than Kazuya's. It's it's ridiculous. This community, they get so angry over these statements. And sometimes it's funny, but other times I'm like, dude, like this is the state of the FGC. This is the state of the culture. I know all these people, all they do is browse Reddit all day. They have crazy unkempt neck beards. They've never been in the gym. They probably spend all their money on an arcade stick rather than deodorant. These are the same people that are racist over rank. I remember when I was first making Tekken videos, and I really loved the game. I loved it so much that I was in Vanquisher, you know, in the beginning. Everybody starts at first Dan. And I was in Vanquisher, orange ranks, right? Yellow ranks or whatever it is, talking about the game. And people were saying, my positive or my negative opinions on the game, people were saying it wasn't valid. I was saying Reina's a cool character, and they would be like, oh, you're only saying that because you're yellow. I can't listen to a yellow rank. You gotta get at least a red. And then I got to red ranks, and I'd hear the same thing. No, you gotta wait until you get to purple, man. I won't listen to anybody who's under purple, at least. And then I get to purple, it's the same thing. I get to blue, it's the same thing. These people are I can't listen to these people.
Well, I think anyone can have an opinion on a character being cool, and you don't need to have a high rank, because opinion on coolness of characters is very subjective. It only gets into the objective realm when we're talking about balancing. And if you are yellow rank, that's when they can say that your whatever you will say has not much merit unless you can argue it very well. But you will not be able to because you don't have the understanding for it. Otherwise you wouldn't be yellow rank.
I can't let them affect my happiness. I gotta post and ghost. I gotta focus in on the positive comments. A lot of times I don't even like to read the comments. Well, I read the comments, obviously. I heart and respond to them. But sometimes, like when I post a new video, I purposely don't look at the comments right away. Because I just can't have some idiot in the comment section ruining my day with his dumbness, with his low IQ takes. What did you say about Steve? Unsubbed. I actually liked your Tekken rants until you said that. I actually had somebody say, I agree with everything you say. But when you started to bag on Steve, I disliked the video. Okay. So I can't have one differing opinion that goes against the grain, goes against the herd. I'm swimming upstream, everybody else is swimming downstream. And I can't. I'm not allowed to. So, he expressed an opinion? Thought crime. I don't want to be that guy that says the FGC has turned into 1984, but it really has, man. You can't express an opinion on this game. Or people will bring up all these dumb things, these straw man arguments saying, oh, you're not even God of Destruction. Your opinion doesn't matter. Oh, what did the buff guy say? Yeah, I'm subscribed to this guy, so don't act like I hate him. I dislike his opinions on Kazuya. That's it. But there's another thing I disagree with on him. He was saying, all these blue ranks have the same opinion, man. Anytime I hear something dumb, it's from a blue rank. Bro, way to be ranksist. Rank racist. So I'm less than human because I'm less skilled than you.
Yeah, this reaction is definitely gonna get uploaded to YouTube, and I'm gonna address them directly. Like, this video is gonna be a reality check for you. You don't have any arguments, you talk shit, and I can't even put my finger on it if you are serious or not. That's how delusional you talk. I don't know if you're trolling or not, honestly. If you are trolling, then if this is a bait, I took it. Like, nice bait. I don't understand. Is this really what he thinks?
At the game? Huh? I can't have fun because I'm less skilled than you? Yeah, I'll admit, you probably have way more hours than me. You know more characters than me. I'm better with Reina than you are, but, you know, you play Kazuya, man, and you play Deviljin, another cringe character. That's literally Deviljin's voice line when he wins. She the power of the devil. I'm so edgy. It's okay if you play these characters. I know somebody in the comments was, he's a big fan of the channel. He plays Deviljin. And I haven't heard one thing from him. Anytime I bring up Deviljin in a video, I still don't hear one thing from him. People are leaving 6-paragraph long comments, bro, about just ranting against me, saying I'm dumb, saying I'm stupid. So, oh, you didn't even bring up Asuka? She's so much more cheaper than Lily. Meanwhile, Lily, sorry Lily mains, but I gotta say it. I know she's your waifu. She's pretty awesome. Lily's great. I like her cat, Salt. But I gotta admit, dude, that sidestep power, it's unreal, dude. It's unreal. And she has those dancing hop moves turn into a mix-up. It's not as broken as the other characters. Not as broken as Kazuya. Lily is way more honest than Kazuya. And Xiao Yu too. Xiao Yu is way more honest than Kazuya. And Lily, I would say. But that's the thing, like, Anna Williams, she's gonna be coming out soon. And people are saying Anna might save the game. Anna's gonna bring the game back. No, dude. There's so much in this game that needs to be fixed. I'm not even talking about characters. Yeah, we can nerf some characters. Definitely buff Reina. Give her some better rules. Make a Hell Sweep launchable, dude. I want to make a new combo from a Hell Sweep, bro.
Give Reina a launching Hell Sweep.
That'd be pretty sick. And I think her counter should have some stun properties. I'm tired of having an expertly timed counter hit and it doesn't pay off. They can still mash out of it. That doesn't make any sense, dude. What's the point of a counter hit if they can just mash out of it? They see the animation on screen. I'm seriously contemplating quitting, but I enjoy the game a lot in short bursts. I enjoy the community, the very small semblance, SOLE semblance of the community that is there. Like D all the way, G, FinTech, and there are some other content creators that I really enjoy watching because
please
they have
don't
common
say
sense,
planted
brains,
Medusa, please.
intellect, and they have respect for me because even if they disagree with me, they don't say I'm a loser. They don't say all these mean and hateful things to me. So there.
Oh yeah, then I need to position myself into the other category. You are a retard.
There is a part of the community that I enjoy being a part of. But 95% of the FGC, bunch of brain dead losers, man. People that can't take criticisms, people that all have the same opinion. They all look the same, they all dress the same. It's social engineering 101, dude. These people just watch their favorite content creators, watch their favorite Twitch streamers, they read the chat, and then they develop an opinion based on what the most common denominator is. It's totally lame. Think for yourself. Be unique. Be an individual. You like a certain character, play that character. Stop being all these tier whores, right? A tier whore. T-I-E-R. What's the meta? Who's the best character? Who cares? Play the character you like, man. People say they quit Reina because she got nerfed. People say they quit Reina because she's so difficult. Bro, huh? The best character in the game, you don't want to play her because she's difficult? I understand if you like other characters like Asuka. I'm really intrigued on Asuka. I might pick up Asuka. Also Lydia. I want to play Lydia. I played a couple of rounds with her in quick play, learned a few combos, but nothing really major. And like I said in another video, I might have to pick up a new character because playing Reina is just messing up my thumb. I messed up my thumb, my wrist, and right where my thumb connects to my wrist, I messed up that area at work, and it's still not healed. It's still not healed weeks later. And every time I play Tekken, every time I wave,
I don't know, bro. He's talking as if Satan himself is wriggling that stick about. What? You're not doing anything.
dash, it hurts, dude. It hurts. And that like breaks me out of the game. It unfocuses me. And yeah, I'm still getting wins. I'm still doing perfect electric wind godfist pretty consistently. But it's a lot less consistent now. I'm sure you guys have noticed in my recent gameplay footage that I'm not hitting those electrics anymore. I can still do the God Fist, but there's no electric.
Oh. I think he thinks that Wind God Fist is like basically without electric, and when he does electric, it's called perfect electric.
Or the electric wind goddess kick, the war kick. My electrics are getting a lot less consistent because my thumb is getting slow. Like, it sucks, dude. Might have to get an arcade stick or something because I just can't anymore. It's getting worse and worse by the day. Every time I play Tekken, and it's crazy. Like, a video game is like destroying my body. It didn't start from the game, but the game is definitely exacerbating the problem. I think that's a word. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's up with the FGC. I'm losing a lot of faith in them. But there is one good thing. In my recent video, I took a screenshot. It had about 2,000 views, 81 likes, 19 dislikes. So that's an 81% ratio. 81% of people agree with me. 21% did not. Or 19% did not agree with me. So that's a pretty good ratio, in my opinion. That means I'm speaking some truth. I'm speaking things that people want to hear. I'm speaking things that people are thinking, but they're too afraid to bring up. Because if you bring this up, you get slaughtered by the herd. And it gets harder.
Bro thinks he's Joy Boy from One Piece.
And harder as you get bigger. I remember when I was getting 100k plus views in my old content, in my old niche where I would talk about anime, Nagatoro, Darling and the Franxx, things like that. I remember when you have all these people pinging you on Discord, hundreds of people messaging you, wanting to do collabs. And then if you want to know why I left that and why I sabotaged my own channel, why I do variety.
Hundreds of people text you on Discord to collaborate. All power to you.
Content now that gets like no views. Bottom line is, there's a video about it that I made about a week ago, but bottom line is, my own happiness takes prevalence over getting views. And one of the things I noticed when I was getting popular is... Sorry, there was this cute girl staring at me. One of the things that gets...
Where did that cute girl stare at you?
Views. And one of the things I noticed when I was getting popular is... Sorry, there was this cute girl staring at me. One of the things that gets popular, that gets difficult, is that as you get more popular, it gets harder and harder to speak against the common opinion. So you kind of become a little bit of a shill. Weak-minded people do. And I learned from that mistake, and that's why I'm so gung-ho about being myself, being honest to my opinion. If I have an observation,
Yeah, I hear like it sounds like a bus, as if he's sitting in his school bus or something. Is he driving to school while recording this? Might be, really. I hear all the time the bus engine.
Speak it, regardless whether people agree with me or not. I'm still gonna speak it because I've been there. I've been in that situation where all your fans are saying, let's say, all your fans are saying Brian is the most honest character. But then you...
Have I ever said something like all my fans and all the people that come and... Have I ever even uttered such a sentence with even 300-400 viewers? Have I ever said something like that?
See that Brian players only use the same 3 moves. How is that honest? How is that honest? You see people 99% of people hating on Xiao Yu. And yes, I will admit, she's annoying to fight against, annoying character. But if you just overwhelm her with pressure, there's not much she can do. So that's why I say Xiao Yu's not as cheap. And also it's kind of funny to hear people get so angry when I say that. Yeah, annoying character to fight against, but definitely not as annoying as Kazuya, dude. I just see the same 5 moves over and over again, the same
I guess. Okay.
combo. Everybody just looks up Kazuya combo on YouTube, and then they all repeat the same thing. They watch the buff guy's video that says you only need to use 5 moves, and then they all use those same 5 moves because they're the most frame advantage. There's a 10 frame, 14 frame punishable. So I guess what I'm trying to say, or what I'm coming to the conclusion of, is that the certain characters, while I do make these character rant videos, it's not the characters that are ruining this game. It's actually the community itself. The overwhelming masses of the FGC is ruining this game, ruining fighting game culture. FGC, fighting game community culture. FGCC. It's being ruined by these neckbeard losers that can't take any criticisms. They're stuck in their echo chamber, dude. They're stuck in the echo chamber. They don't want to hear anything different. They all glaze Harada. They all want to be Harada's best friend just because he's a millionaire. He's a millionaire loser. Look how depressed and hungover he looked at the Anna presentation. I'm not saying I hate the guy. I've never even met him. I don't know. I don't know if he's like a good father or a good man or whatever. I'm just saying based on the observations that I see, this guy does not listen to the community. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about you guys.
What the fuck, Eminem looking ass saying, hey, that's me. He doesn't have a picture. You're looking at me. Motherfucker. Where did you see his face? No, don't ban him. It's okay. Yeah, thank you so much for this video, Mr. Cat's production.